What's up, y'all? It's Cecil West from Beyond the Harmony. We here live at the Real Lazy Bone YouTube with El Berna himself. Layzie, what's happening, brother?
Oh man, I'm laid back, easy like Sunday morning right now, just chilling, man, and enjoying this cool little Sunday after a turned up Fourth of July. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's been a busy time for you between 4th of July. We had Dash dropping. We got the Hollywood Walk of Fame coming up. When does when does El Berna ever get a chance to sleep, bro?
I don't know, man. I don't even know why they call me lazy, man. I ain't got a lazy bone in my body. I'm always working. You know what I mean? I'm always moving and grooving. So we'll sleep when we'll sleep when we gone, man. Right now, it's time to put in work and leave a legacy the way I desire it to be. So that calls for nonstop work. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Well, this is something we've been talking about doing for a while. Everybody knows we're revamping, your YouTube. If anybody in here isn't a subscriber right now, I'm going to say the most important thing that you do right now is hit that subscribe button. We want to get Layzie up over 100,000 subscribers, so make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that like button. But we're going to do something special tonight. This is a Q&A, so I encourage everybody in the chat to drop your questions, and we're going to be picking some of the best ones for Layzie to answer tonight. And share this on all the boards, share this on your page, and let's get some people in here. But I guess while we're waiting for the fans to kind of fill up the questions, like I said, Dash is out, man. How are you feeling? You've been working on it for a while. There's been a big rollout, so now it's out, bro. Lazy Bone 99 is launched. How you feeling?
Right. I mean, I feel good. I felt good when I said the album was done. You know what I mean? I make my music from the heart, man. I make it from my personal experiences and things that I go through and things that I see. You know what I mean? I talk about it and just give my opinion and my perspective on how things is in this world. You know what I mean? But I'm happy with it. I'm happy that it's out. I'm on to the next one. You know what I mean? While y'all ingest this one, I'm on to the next one already. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was I just wanted to see what the fans was with it. What's the favorites, how they feel about it, whatever the criticisms are. I'm ready for it, you know what I mean? But like I said, I'm happy with it. So other opinions really don't matter because I make music from the heart. But I also want to please the ones that love my music too. So I just wanted to see where everybody was, man. Like 1 through 15, I want to know how they feel about it.
Yeah, man. Have you had a chance? I know you said you've been really busy, like you said, 4th of July, and you was just in Hollywood today getting prepped for the Walk of Fame. Have you had a chance to look at any of the reviews or any of the boards or anything like that to kind of see how the fans are feeling?
I mean, like, to be honest, man, out of everything I seen, man, mostly everybody told me the shit was fire. You know what I mean? And I just want people to be honest with me. I ain't gonna lie, I do have somebody on the internet told me my shit was trash and all that, but I just told them, you know what? I appreciate how you feel about it, my brother, but where's your music? You know what I mean? So it's just like I get my haters, you know what I mean? Or if they truly don't like it, that's on them. But not out of 999 positives, I might get a thumbs down once. So I'm
Yeah.
back 990. I'm back 99.99%. So I'm happy with that. You know what I mean? Like you gotta let your haters be your motivator. So I'm already gearing up to just keep going. You know what I mean? Like the ideas don't stop flowing. Life don't stop happening. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to write about, something in these streets to report about. You know what I mean? Some people that need to be uplifted, a party that's going on that need to be, had that thuggish ruggish sound in it, you know what I mean? So this shit don't stop till the casket drop, and I feel good about it. Like what I do is a blessing. You know what I mean? I get to do what I love in life. I've been able to do what I love all my life. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying? I've been I haven't worked a job since I was 16 years old. You know what I mean? Since I worked at KFC back in the day. So I've been an entrepreneur and doing things that I love. So well, I mean, what can I say? It's a blessing.
Yeah, man. I would say overall, I'm real tapped in with the fans and the boards, and I've been kind of watching. Obviously, especially this project, just where I've been had a little involvement in the background, and I would say the feedback's been really good, man. I mean, I've seen all kinds of different comments from people saying that the engineering and the mixing was good, right down to, I saw somebody say even saying, "Hey, this is his best project so far." So all the way from the hater that said it's trash right up to the guy that says, nah, bro, this is Layzie's best project right now.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people said, man, like you outdid Thug by Nature. So I'm like, yeah, that's what I intended on doing. Cause a lot of times I put these albums out, I just go in there and rap, bop, 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 and it really wasn't nothing. But now, at the age that I am now, I'm making sure, man, everything is to perfection from the mixing, the mastering, the engineering, the vocals being laid down, the harmonies that's in them. Excuse me. But yeah, like I put my foot in this thing, man. Like I know the time that I put in it. I would love to see it pay off. I would love to see it be number one on the independent charts, you know. I checked iTunes yesterday after the first day, and T.I. was number one, but I came in at number 8. You feel me? So I'm trying to,
Damn.
before my whole week is up, because you know they judge it over the week span. So after this whole week, I'm gonna try to catch up to Ti. You know what I mean? But his shit is banging. I'm a Ti fan too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get up there as close to number one, if not number one, as possible on the independence charts. Cause this all independent. This me pushing buttons. This me coming up with the concepts. This this all me. You know what I mean? So it's like, and you know, with the help of my team, I do got a nice squad. You know what I mean? From HC the chemist to Rob Parker, man. You know what I'm saying? From Blaze to you guys over there at Beyond the Harmony. It's a lot of us, man. You know, my brother's involved in the project. I was able to put my son on the song, you know, while we working on his music. So like my are still happening. I get up every day and I make some shit shake.
Yeah, and you had said number 8 on the iTunes. It's the top rap and hip hop albums chart, and Ti's at number 1. And we want to encourage you guys, like, let's get to number 1. We got till Friday. It's Sunday, so if y'all got iTunes, if your best friends got iTunes, if your mama's got iTunes, get out there. Let's get that Dash project, because every single sale on iTunes right now counts. And let's get Layzie back to number 1. That would be monumental, bro, to get to number
Hey,
1 right now.
that'll be big for me, man. You know what I mean? Like I really never had a chart topping album like that myself. I mean, since Thug by Nature, they all charted, don't get me wrong, but to be up there like for the work that I put in, like I want to see it. I never cared where it hit, and I still don't, because I make music because it's my therapy, man. It's from the, like I say, from the heart. It's from the soul. So, you know, Dash from Who's Fired to Building Pyramids and all that shit is for real. You know, it's like, you know, the message is in the music, man. For sure, for sure. But yeah, I need y'all to go out there and support that, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like I support everybody. Everybody know when Lazy Bone in the streets, man, I stop, I kiss babies, I shake hands
Yeah.
and all that. But I ain't never really feel the love that I put out there reciprocate back. But I don't do it. I don't show the love that I show for something in return. You know what I mean? But it would be nice to see. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting back watching. If y'all fuck with me for real. You know, I signed plenty of autographs. I shake plenty of hands, man. So I'm just like, if it's something you feel on the record, support it. If you don't like the whole record, support a song. You know what I mean? You can go to Lazy Bone. If it ain't the music, you know what I mean? It might be the apparel or something, the merchandise or something, at lazybone99.com. So, you know, that's all. That's how the world move forward when we support each other. The more love I get, the more I can give back. The more I can reach back and help others. So we'll see how it go.
Yeah, man. You had mentioned people saying, "Hey, this might even be better than Thug by Nature." Has Thug by Nature always kind of been like the bar when you put out a solo, like, "Hey, I'm trying to, beat that one," or is there one out there that you feel like was better than Thug by Nature that kind of went under the radar?
I mean, I like what I do, man. You know what I mean? I thought Annihilation was
Yeah.
pretty fierce. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
So
yeah.
I thought that shit was pretty fierce. So it's like, all the projects I put work in. So I do my best. I do what I can. You know what I mean? My contribution to this game is solid. You know what I'm saying? So I got so many albums that I can't even name. I got so many songs that I can't even count. You know what I mean? My ASCAP, my publishing and all that shit is ridiculous.
It's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Because the contribution is real
You
from
must
all
hear
people.
songs and just be like, I forgot I even made this shit right here.
Man, I listen to songs, I listen to features I did. I be like, damn, I said that shit. You know what I mean? Like, but it's like I be- I tickle myself all the time. Like, damn, I did that. I don't even remember that shit, but that's because I'm constantly working and I'm not looking in the rear view for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm always got my blinders on, like I'm in a race, going straight forward, straight ahead, and trying to change the world and help who I can, man, because that's what it's about for me. I'm a dude with a big heart, you know what I mean, that always want to see everybody do well. And if you know me, then you know.
I just want to shout out a few of the people I see in the chat, man. I see people dropping super chats. The Is This Mic On podcast dropped $10. Who else in here? MT Show dropped a 20 and then a 10. They actually had a question. Let's see what they had to say. Let's jump into some of these fan questions. It says,
Yeah, let me talk to my people, man.
Thug World Order is an album I think doesn't get enough credit. Do y'all ever perform songs from it? I also thought Cleveland is a City had all the makings of a great video single.
Uh, I do. I agree with that. Cleveland is the city with a vine on it as well. You know what I'm saying? I thought that would have been a great representation of our city, you know what I mean? So it's never too late to go back and put a visual to that thing, but especially with the way the internet is now. But I agree with that. That should have been a video. And Thug World Order, man, I think that was a totally overlooked album, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
at that time we was uh we was coming off major labels like cause Bone, we hadn't been we was independent for a long time. You know what I mean? A lot of the fans that we reached when we was with Ruthless and Ruthless was through Sony Music and shit like that. It was through Sony Music, so we had a bigger audience at that time. And we wasn't able to really tap into our fans when we initially went independent because the Rolodex, to be able to get out, the internet wasn't out yet. You know what I mean? It was like, so the record companies had all that data of our fans and how to reach them and things like that. So it took us a while to rebuild and let people know. So I think Thug World Order was definitely overlooked. And we did perform shit. We used to use that intro on that song. That bump, 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 bump. That shit was hard as a motherfucker. Yeah, and I think we'll bring some of that back, man. After the Wu-Tang tour, I think we're gonna really do a Bone Thug 5-man thing that'll kill the game and we'll be reaping the benefits from it this time. For real, for real.
Paragraphics wants to know why the song with Tech Nine didn't come out. He said he was waiting for y'all to release it, but it never did. And they want to know if you know what happened with the Tech Nine song and maybe if there's going to be a Tech Nine song.
I mean, I hope to do something with Tech Nine. He one of my favorite rappers, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody know how lyrically skilled Tech Nine is. You know what I mean? Like he definitely got skills like a motherfucker, and I know that we compliment each other on the song. But I think this, I think what they're at, what Paragraphics is asking about, is a song with Crazy and Tech Nine. You know what I mean? I don't think it wasn't a full blown song. So
Well, there
I'm
was a
not sure.
song he so Tech had a little project he put out, and on it he rapped this thing called maybe it was Speed of Sound. I don't know. When he said, "Hey, this is a acapella," and it was supposed to be for a whole Bone song. So maybe it was something that he was hoping would come together, and it didn't. I don't know. But Tech, reach out to Layzie, man. Let's get it.
Hey, yeah, tech, let's get it in.com, man. You know, I rock with strange music, baby.
Yeah,
That
they're
shit, y'all, everybody over there is skilled and fly and they do their thing, man. You know,
yeah,
so
independent
yeah,
powerhouse.
I know, and that's the model that we all need to follow these days. Tech showed us independence, and that's what I'm doing these days over here at Harmony House Entertainment. Thank God I got the fans that I do have, you know what I mean? So I ain't starting from the ground up. I'm starting from a cool place, you know what I'm saying? So, but the elevation is real, and I'm trying to get there.
Cold Blooded says, "What's up with the rock album that was supposed to come out? Is that something that you think will ever still come out? Maybe something for the Dash app."
You know what? I'm still sitting on that album, man, but that was produced by Romeo Antonio, you know what I'm saying? So I would have to get in touch with Romeo to really be able to release that music because he produced the whole album really. But shit, oh man, I had some rock and roll shit out of this world. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I let that afro go and bounce that motherfucker, man, and then yeah. But that's all of it's a possibility. You know what I mean? Like in this lifetime or after I'm gone, it's gonna come out one way or the other. So yeah, just keep y'all. I'm glad that he recognized that because I love all genres of music.
Yeah, man. I actually talked to Romeo about 3 days ago, and somehow we ended up talking about that rock album. So I know Romeo's ready when you're ready. So who knows? Maybe we link it up and make it happen. Something for the Dash player. Who knows what'll happen?
Hey man, right over here at Beyond the Harmony, man. Shit, I done plugged up with a lot of my old friends. So hey, Romeo, holla at your boy.
Yeah, man. Let's make it happen. I love the chat. I appreciate what you guys are doing. There's a lot of people in here right now. Let's see who else we got. I see a lot of questions that from the same people, so I want to get some other people in. Cold Blooded said Annihilation and Lost and Found were fire.
Yeah, lost and found, man. I was in a place right there where it was like I was going through a lot of loss, man, a lot of pain. You know what I mean? So that album was more of a feeling album. It was somber when I listened back to it. Like that music right there that was me really just healing myself again. So it's a lot of personal songs on that album. So I'm just like, that's one of them ones, but I don't really play that album too much. But it's something to stream. It's out there.
Riz left a $5 super chat. We appreciate that. And it just said, "Lazy, keep grinding and say what up to Kane and K Chill for me."
That's right. K Chill and Kane. That's my man. Them my bros, man. I don't know if y'all know out there, but K Chill, me and K Chill got a single out called God's Plan right there. We was in Cleveland shooting a video last week. You know what I'm saying? So that video be coming out real soon. He'll be here this week for the for the Hollywood Walk of Fame thing,
Yeah.
and we gonna have a little bit of Cleveland, a little bit of LA in that thing. So that video will be out too, man.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. We're gonna be out in LA as well, Beyond the Harmony. We're gonna do a little interview with K Chill while we're out there. It's been 8 years since my first interview with K Chill, and full circle from that to we're all going to be in LA together, chill, beyond the harmony, lazy at the at the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's an amazing moment. Have you had a chance to even really take that in as busy as you are? Like, wow, man, we're going to finally have that star right there on the boulevard.
You know what, man? I was talking to my babe this morning, man, and we went to breakfast. Just Sunday morning. I posted a bunch of pictures of Easy E this morning online on my IG and Facebook. Made a post. I was feeling easy like Sunday morning from the turn up last night, and it was like, just thinking about it, thinking about my kids, man, thinking about really where we came from, man. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like living in a house that didn't have plumbing in it. You know what I'm saying? Like living in the wintertime, living in a house that didn't have uh heat. You know what I'm saying? Like having to boil water and shit and hot water heaters and things like that, just like coming from dirt, nothing, man. Like watching my mother rest her soul, man. She got herself together towards the end of life, but the addictions that she faced in life, like how hard it was for her. You know what I mean? Like I was really emotional this morning, man, just thinking about that shit, thinking about all the trials and tribulations that me and my brothers have been through. Busy going through things, Flesh going through things, me going through things, to losing our parents, man, to, selling dope on 99th, to putting up a street sign with our name on it. Like all those emotions came back because I was thinking about like, what would I say? Well, what am I gonna say in that moment? You know what I mean? So I've been very thoughtful about it, man, and it's more than I could have ever had imagined. Like, when you 13, 12, 13, I'm 51 years old now. When you 12, 13 years old and you doing something because it's fun and it's something that keep you out of trouble, and it's just it's an escape from all the hardships and the struggle of life. You know what I mean? Like you never imagined it, that shit had turned into you having your name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Like I thought coming to LA, walking down Hollywood was a big deal at one point. Now I'm gonna walk down Hollywood and see Bone Thugs and Harmony, something that I spent my whole life, you know what I mean, dedicated to. So that shit is a miracle. It's and we got a couple more milestones to reach, but this one is a big one. It's a real legacy move.
I just want to shout out again everybody doing super chats right now. I'm trying to get to everybody's questions. If you want to pretty much guarantee I get your question, though, drop a super chat so it stands out. We'll pretty much answer them all unless you ask some really silly, weird shit. But Fact Spitta did a $20 super chat and they said, I was listening to Two Trues Baller Flossin'. I still think that joint knocks. Do you have any behind the scenes stories from that video shoot? Also, I think Ghetto Blues should have been released as a single as well.
Hey man, I always wanted to do ghetto blues, but you know, the girls wanted to do that ball is flossing first, you know what I mean, which was a hit and it did very well. And yeah, man, that when we was shooting that video, like cars was breaking down and shit, and you know what I mean? I remember having to jump out the car and use the payphone and shit to get a jump for I forgot what kind of car it was, but we got a video going, and back then it wasn't easy as just holding up your phone or the little devices we use. We got big gear and shit. So I remember shit was breaking down, man, and we made something out of nothing. You know what I mean? Like that's what I remember about that video, and the girls did their thing, man. So all kind of like there's so many memories. It's hard to pinpoint what happened that day like that. But I know we made something out of nothing on Ballers Floss.
Yeah, I love videos like that. And where was that shot? That was like Gordon Park or something.
Gordon Park, Cleveland, Ohio, up and down St. Clair, like 79th and St. Clair. Yep,
Is
down
that where
by
Thug Devotion was as well? Was Gordon Park?
the devotion was, yeah, we did a lot at Gordon Park, man.
Yeah.
Gordon Park is the hood, baby, for sure.
MT Show says, do you think it was coincidence when Thug by Nature and The Gift were released the same day? Why do you think the labels did that?
Thug by Nature and The Gift was released the same day. That was because niggas wasn't communicating. Flat out, you know what I mean? The labels could have been something nefarious through the labels. It wasn't us coming at us, you know what I mean? That shit happened a couple times. Busy's second album came out the day my first solo album came out. That cut our sales in half, you know what I'm saying? So it was just us young, everybody eager, trying to do their thing. You know, I wouldn't say we was competing because I never competed with my brothers, but it was, you know, like I said, the major labels, they all moving, they all trying to get their dime in it. And at that time, it was two different companies. You know, if it was the same company, they never would have let it bump heads like that. But it being it being how could I say it? It being competing companies and everybody want the bone dollar, you know, we bumped heads a few times throughout our career like that. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's how it is when you on the majors, man. You got less control of over what you do. And we was just working machines, you know what I'm saying? Like we was feeding that machine so much that they was just dropping shit.
Yeah, and it was a different time, like you said. Back then, you had to go spend that CD money, and you might only have the money for one CD. Now, if it dropped the same day, Bone fans would be excited because we'd all run over to the DSPs, and we'd have two albums. But back then, you had to make the pimp decision. I might only have this $20 for this one CD this month. So the labels, like you said, they wanted that Bone money.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, it was never nothing nefarious with Bone Thugs and Harmony. So, you know, so don't ever think that.
V Trill says, Layzie, do you remember doing the song Till We Dead and Gone with Master P on his album The Last Dawn? What was the process on that?
We dead and gone, nigga. And we gonna be here till it's pee and bone, nigga. And we gonna be here till we dead. Hell yeah, I remember that, man. I mean, shit. I just remember walking in the studio, be like, hey, we gonna do it like this. and that and that shit went up, huh? Cause they all here. They don't be loud. Y'all loud? Y'all cool? Okay. I'm all right.
Yeah, we real relaxed in this one, This is
Yeah, no, no, I got family coming over, man. We had a loss in the family. We got a funeral to tend to tomorrow. So it's like it be life be bittersweet, you know. I'm celebrating a new album, man. Nana passed away, and it's
wow.
like this shit crazy. And at the same week, you know, is we getting the star. So it's like we trying to appreciate every single day, man. But back to what you were saying, that Pete and Bone shit was turned the fuck up.
Yeah.
For
And
real.
you had a couple tracks with Master P.
Yep. I got the hook up.
Yeah.
I got the hook it up. P and Bone. Probably a couple more that never even came out.
Hey man, I think people always love that. It was cool to hear, P from the South hook up with Midwest Bone and kind of make that magic. That was always kind of a nice thing back in the 90s and 2000s when you'd see like that mixing that you didn't expect. Cause I don't know if anybody expected that, not necessarily that y'all weren't cool, but I don't think people expected, P and Bone.
I mean, well, you know, we respect the hustle, man. You see another hustler when just like being on the block back in the days when y'all both hustling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you see another hustler that's about his business. You want to go talk to him and see, like, yeah, man, you doing good, you all right. You give him props. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was, man. that was respect. When P called, we had to come.
Unfailing Sage, I don't know if it's really a question, but they said make a shirt with a picture of yourself. During that interview you did where you were wearing that yellow shirt during the Art of War era, you said my shit's gonna be tight forever. I really believe Bone is gonna be tight forever.
Yeah, I mean, we are gonna be tight forever, man. We brothers forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like what all our lives we've been together. You know what I'm saying? Like we just like any other family on earth. We go through shit. You know what I mean? We don't agree all the time, but we over time, time heal all wounds, and until the casket dropped, and one of us had, and four of us had to carry the other one out. You know what I'm saying? Then, or however it go, we gonna be tight, and we always gonna resolve whatever the issue is.
Classy young man with a $10 super chat. We appreciate that. He said, brother, y'all deserve it. Next up is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Y'all cut from the NWA family tree, and you know better than all of us. You can't be from that tree and not be great. Congratulations.
I appreciate that so much, man. And that's next on the menu. You know what I mean? Lifetime achievements type thing. So yeah, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We putting our bid in, and when we put our bid in, we need y'all to vote for us. We don't get there without the support. You know what I mean? You gotta support Dash. You gotta support whatever the next record is. You know what I'm saying, by Bone Thugs and Harmony, because each member make this shit great. So each one of us being a successful solo, duo, trio, however we represent that bone brand, that bone tree is the root to all of it. So the more we're successful in every capacity of how we use our brand, the quicker we get to that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah, I think once y'all get that bid in, I think you'll get plenty of votes because I'll tell you this, just from somebody that watches the boards and stuff, anytime there's a vote on a Facebook, anything, and it's Bone Thugs and Harmony as an option, the Bone fans come out swinging. They make sure. So I'm excited for us to get that opportunity. The First Awakened Soul vibe says, has Bone ever been approached? $10 super chat, by the way. Thank you for that. Have Bone ever been approached about hair product sponsorship? Y'all made it very cool to maintain your natural hair.
Hey man, you know what? My girl just said that, like, nigga, make some hair products, and I'm on it. We never been approached to do that, but now I got people that I can do my own. Cause as you can see, this shit's healthy as a motherfucker. Boy, this all me. I ain't gonna take it all the way off, but y'all see them grays in that motherfucker too. That's my little salt and pepper. But other than that,
Earn those.
this shit's super, super healthy, you know what I mean? But yeah, we got hair products coming for sure.
Riz again with a $5 super chat. Will a proper mixed version of Easy E's verse on Bill Collector ever get released? Dash goes hella hard. By the way, who's fire is fire. Also, my condolences on your loss.
I appreciate that, man. I don't know that song will ever get a proper mix because where the masters are to that, we don't have no idea.
Yeah.
That's somewhere sitting in Ruthless Vault somewhere that's controlled by whoever controls Ruthless now. You know what I mean? Hopefully it will. I would have been did it. You know, I've been shit over 30 years now. So I don't think if we ain't heard it yet, I highly doubt that. But that was one of them ones though.
Paragraphics, another $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Are we gonna get a Flow Motion 3 with all 5 members on it? Also, will this new Bone album still be a double CD as you guys said a few years back?
I mean, yeah, I mean, we already got like 40 songs, 40 hot ass songs on the new Bone shit. So ain't no telling. It only take 10 and 10 or 24 songs make a double album these days. So that's highly likely. You know what I mean? So, and we got so many versions of Flow Motion. We got the first Flow Motion. I mean, I think we're gonna be in flow motion for life. So I ain't gonna put it past us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that could be cool, man. You had the first one on Faces of Death, and then we got the Strength and Loyalty version, and getting one with the whole gang could be good. Fact Spitter, shout out to you for a $20 super chat. He said, I think Mo Thugs 3 was an underrated album. Did He Really Wanna was one of my favorite tracks. Do you remember the joint Free Your Mind with Gold?
Free your mind. Yep, you know what? Hey man, I just seen that shit. I was in Cleveland, man. My homeboy TNT. You know, I had a group called Desperados uh on Mo Thug 3. That was me, Maninsky, Gold, rest in peace, TNT, Ken Dog. And yeah,
I
that
was gonna
was
say, I
that
think that was it. Yeah.
yeah, that was the group right there, man. So I just saw that shit. I just saw that video. I just reposted that now probably 2 days ago, man. I loved it, that song back then. Like, you know, we was just doing things and that was one of Rich's songs, Gold's that was Gold's song. So yeah, that's how that group came together right there from that song.
Yeah, and that had a little video, and I remember being a kid, and that Gold album coming out, and it wasn't on Mo Thug, but it felt like it should have been a Mo Thug album. Mo Thugs was all over it. Busy was on it. You was on it. I think Ken was.
Mhm. Yep,
I
Ken
think Ken
Dog.
was on it. So,
Yep.
very cool time. You guys had a cool video for that too. For the time.
Yeah, for the time, you know what I'm
For the
saying? But
time.
yeah, yeah, 30 years, man, 3 decades worth of shit. So yeah, man, that song I do remember Free Your Mind very, very vividly. We had the camo shit on. I had the black and white camo shit on with the big goggles. I remember all that shit.
JD says, I think this is more of
Hey,
a This looks like more of a comment, but he says Bone Thugs and Harmony, Midwest, Wasteland Warriors, The Art of War 1 and 2 is my favorite album. Back in 97, if there was no Easy E, there'd be no Bone.
okay, you say that again. Say that again, Cecil. You there, brother?
Just 1 second here, Lay. I'm just trying to
Microphone check
fix these
1 2.
headphones right quick.
Microphone check check
Oh,
check
God.
checker. Checker. 1 2 checker. Did I lose my sound?
Let's see. Thank you guys for all the super chats. This is wild that you guys are supporting like this. If you guys haven't subscribed, by the way, we really need y'all to subscribe. We're trying to get Lay up over the 100,000 mark. Let's get Lay that YouTube plaque. Also, we're number 8 on iTunes right now, so let's move that up. David Carter said, whatever happened to signing with Cash Money? Busy had said at one point that was on the table.
I don't know. Busy. He probably had that conversation with somebody. You know what I mean? But that wasn't nothing I never entertained. You know what I mean? Although for the right dollar, we would have went over there and been Cash Money, Bone Thug, Mo Thug, the whole spiel. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that was something that never crossed my desk, man.
Yeah, I'm picturing Bone Thugs over with Cash Money Man doing the crazy get your roll on videos and shit. They would have had to change up a little bit for the Thuggish Ruggish, I think, over at Cash Money.
I mean, Snoop did it, didn't he, man? Shit,
Yeah,
I don't see why Bone couldn't have did it either. You know, they was the biggest, hottest thing in the world at the time. So you know what I mean? Like shit, you gotta adjust in the game. So it wouldn't have been a bad move. You know what I mean? Like we would have still did our Bone thing. We just would have been we would have had an affiliation with another conglomerate.
DJ Don, shout out to DJ Don. He says, hey, it was fun interviewing you for the fan page. What was it like working with Mariah Carey, and what was her work ethic like?
Man, I've said this so many times, man. Like Mariah Carey she's a beast. You know what I mean? She's a professional. She get it in and get it done and do it the right way. You know what I mean? Them harmonies be on point. because it's hard work being put into it. You know, you might work on one little part to find that right harmony. You might work on a two bar section of the song for 10 hours to find the right harmony. You know what I mean? And that's the type of perfectionist Mariah is. And I had an absolute blast working with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was just to look at her, she was beautiful. You know what I mean? To be in her presence, you like, God damn, she was beautiful, and then she can sing, 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 and then, and to see the work ethic again was like that was one of the highlights of our career.
Here's one I kind of forgot about this song for a while, but I loved it back in the day. Mike Salazar with a $10 super chat. We appreciate that. He said, "Do you remember doing No Sense with Ken Dog and Gerald Levert? How did y'all come together on that one? And can you shout out Bug and Pat for me, please?"
Yo, shout out to Bug and Pac, man. And I absolutely remember doing No Sense with Gerald Levert. Actually, my homeboy Lamont, we had Gerald Levert had called. He was up in New York. I just told this story to my son not too long ago. And man, we had this conversion van that had a bed in the back. We had, oh man, I ain't gonna tell you what all happened in that van, but you can imagine we was about 12 deep in the van, man, driving from Cleveland to New York. Got to New York, man. We shot big dice with Gerald Levert. That's when I found out. I mean, I knew Gerald and them, but that's when I found out that them Levert boys was gangsters. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, oh, these R&B niggas ain't soft at all. These niggas are straight gangster because we was shooting dice, man, and that shit got kind of heavy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I definitely remember that. And rest in peace to Sean and Gerald. You know what I mean? And shout out to Cleveland and everything, Rude Boys, Men in Large, all everybody that came from that tree. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I remember that, and that was them was my dogs, man. We was thick. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out again to my friends over on the Is This Mike On podcast, they're the newest Beyond the Harmony affiliate, and they're going to be doing some interviews over on the Beyond the Harmony platform, interviewing some different affiliates from Harmony House to Flesh and Bone Global, Bone Thugs and Harmony Records, hopefully the Life. They said, one day, do you see yourself doing a number one assassin album?
You know what? Uh, Maybe. I don't know. I might be past the number one assassin as an album. That might come out of streaks right now. You know what I'm saying? I might and like I say, anything is possible, but I'm forever the number one assassin. I just don't go looking for trouble, you know what I mean? But I will finish with what you bring my way. Believe that. I'm him.
Let's see. Lil Lazy One says, "Are we gonna see an exhibit feature on the album where you guys are both tied to Greenback?"
Hey man, the song we got with Exhibit is a stone cold lyricist, man. I love that nigga for real.
He
Like,
is,
but
bro.
yeah, but that's already done, mixed, mastered, in the can. You know what I mean? And I even tell you the name of the song is Don't Let Go. That shit is hard, man.
Yeah, man. I always thought Exhibit, so underrated, especially, West Coast back then, uh, didn't always get known for like their lyricism, and Exhibit was a fucking monster.
Lyrics, a beast, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah, he really got lyrics, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, and our styles complemented each other very well. So yeah, that shit just you will hear that that song right there, man. You will hear that motherfucker. It made me smile on the inside even thinking about it. Like we gonna fuck y'all head up when y'all hear this album.
Cold Heat Studios with a $10 super chat. We appreciate that. Says, "Shut out Lazy. I was listening to All Original earlier today, waiting for the new Bone album drop. Y'all keep doing your thing."
Absolutely. Go get that dash in the meantime, brother.
Yeah.
And thank you for the support, man. Yeah, that's we got I'm glad we talking about the new album too, because the songs that we sitting on is like it's too important to rush this album. I know the fans want it. We know the fans want it, but we working on the unified style. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like it's the way we sharing bars and the way this shit is intricate. You know what I mean? Like we won't be able to perform it without each other. You can believe that. So the style that the unified style is that motherfucker is crazy. Voltron, we bone trying around this motherfucker. So it take all five to
Ultron.
come together like this motherfucker fist right here. That's what y'all gonna get. It's gonna be super tight. So, you know, if
I
y'all waited, y'all been with us 30 years, man, it'll be well worth the wait.
I again, I appreciate all the super chats coming in. We're gonna get to them all. Something I wanted to know about is, we launched the Dash player.
Mhm.
Initially, the plan was to just go to the Dash player. Something I saw a lot of people like on the bone boards talking about was we were gonna just have the Dash player and then go to DSPs later, but you made the decision to do the DSP as well. How come that decision was made to not make it the exclusive to the Dash player?
So that's a good ass question. That decision was made because me talking to like I wanted just to be so independent that I want to fuck the industry. I want to buck against it. I want to do my own thing. But I was excluding so many people from getting the opportunity to to even hear the album because like I got a handful of fans in this world, but it's a lot of young people that don't know Bone. It's a lot of people that fans that been Bone fans and just love our music and but don't check in like our super fans do. And if I put it right on my dash player, then it wouldn't reach the masses the way that it would. So when I talk to, when I talk to my team and really thought about it, like cutting out a lot of I would have cut out a lot of my revenue. I would have cut out a lot of opportunities. Now people can go now that it's on DSPs, and I didn't think about this at first, but now that it's on DSPs, like somebody can hear it, and if they decide they want to support me directly, now they know because of the DSPs, they know to go to lazybone99.com. So that was the rationale behind it. I was coming from a angle of I'm tired of this industry taking from us, getting paid so less, 0.0004 of a cent. You know what I mean? Per every spin. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, I'm gonna put my shit on my own thing and I'm gonna sell it for $20. You know what I mean? And cause I wanna it costs me a lot of money to make this shit. Like this shit ain't free. This equipment I buy, these studios I own don't run themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I really wanted to reap my benefits from this album, but then I thought about the people, like I still want to make new fans too. You know what I mean? So I had to open that. I had to step back, check myself, and reevaluate that. So that's what I did, and that's the rationale behind it. And it's working pretty good because I'm number 8 on iTunes, and that's after one day. You know what I mean? So hopefully I can climb that motherfucking hill, and then it'll be really worth the decision that I made. You feel me? So let's see.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna point out to you guys too that even though it hit DSPs, over on the Dash player there is an exclusive remix to the Coolest by Blaze that was only on the Dash player. That's not on the DSPs, and with control over the DSPs, you never know what Layzie might decide to drop on that at any time. So it's a little different than the DSP. He could drop something on that right now. So I still encourage everybody, Lazy Bone 99, get over there and get the Dash player because you don't know what we might do with the Dash
So
player.
So let me explain. Let me just say this, man. So with me having a Dash player, my own Spotify, so to speak, my own iTunes, so to speak. Now, if you got if you in tune to lazybone99.com, like I'm finna start dropping shit, and if you're a part of that Dash player, if you bought in, then you're gonna be getting exclusive music all the time. Right now, it's just one exclusive remix up there, but I'm sitting on thousands of songs. But I had to see how Dash performed first before I start just dropping missiles. So every week, every other week, or however I decide to drop, if I decide to wake up tomorrow morning and make a song and be like, I ain't about to wait to put this shit out. Let me just give it to the ones that really support me. And that's the benefit of having the Dash player, having my own personal music player that goes straight to your phone, straight from me to you. So the shit I'm finna give y'all, if you rocking with me and a part of what, you're gonna be very happy, man. Cause that's what I aim to do. I aim to please. I aim to put something in your hand that you gonna always be able to appreciate.
MT Show Me State with another $10 super chat. You've been blowing it up all night. Thank you very much for all those super chats. They said, I think an album by Bone entirely produced by DJ Quick would be dope. Have you ever thought about doing that?
I mean, we talk about it all the time, you know what I'm saying? So we got material with DJ Quick. I'm not sure that would ever happen just entirely by DJ Quick, cause he a super producer, man. He's producing big names throughout the industry the whole time. So for to give just Bone that much time, that might be a little difficult. But that's another bomb ass idea. And believe me, all these notes are being mentally taken so that you never know, man. But we got missiles with DJ Quick.
Yeah, I thought it was dope back during the Cypher. He was involved. He was in the Cypher video and shit. And then for a while, Crazy Bone was doing some DJ Quick merch over on the Life. So it's dope that DJ Quick is kind of like, that's like the Bone cousin right there. So
Hey, you know what, man? DJ Quick is one of my favorite artists on earth, man. Because when I was coming up and, we didn't have beats, it wasn't easy to get beats and shit like that. So I would wait for a DJ Quick album to come out because him being a producer, he always put an instrumental on his records. On every album he put out, DJ Quick would put an instrumental, and I'd be sitting there waiting on that motherfucker. You feel me? So like America's most complete artist, one of the world's most complete artists is that nigga DJ Quick, and I love him like that. Let me see that boy. Hold on. Hold
family.
on. Yeah. What you doing, boy? This what it's about. This my little great cousin, I think. Yeah. Yeah. He like a couple generations down. What you up to? Say hi. And nigga don't speak. You get to you. I know that's right. All right, come on now.
Yeah, that hair.
All right. I can't have my hat. Here, get it. Here. Oh boy.
Having all, you got so many kids, there's so many kids around you. When you was a young man, y'all was reckless and wild and dumb dummy man and all this shit. Like, I mean, did you picture as a youth, like Lazy the dad, Lazy the, just the
Paw.
father figure?
I'm a pawpaw, man. I'm a motherfucking grandfather, man. But no, I mean, even back then, back when I was 16, man, I had Jeremy, you know what I mean? J-Bone in the house and I'm busting on you niggas with the 44. I let my son say all that back then, you know what I mean? Like, so I've always been family orientated, you know what I mean? Even my little brother Stu D's, you know what I mean? He 9 years younger than me. So as a kid, he's always been with me, you know what I'm saying? So I've always been raising kids, whether I was in the streets. The reason why I was in the streets is because I had these responsibilities. I had to get on the bus and 3,000 miles away from go 3,000 miles away from home and live homeless. I had to do that shit because I had responsibilities like that. I had little people that was looking up to me and needed food in their belly and clothes on their back, and it was up to me to take care of that. So that's why a nigga getting that star, because the dedication was real.
Yeah, man.
Because of these babies, though, these babies saved my life, man. Music and these babies.
Speaking of the star too, I want to remind people that after the star, because it's going to be packed in there, so it's going to be tough. It's at 11:30, so make sure y'all pull up early. It's 11:30 to try to beat the heat. It's amazing that the day of the star is going to be like the hottest day in LA so far. So we bringing out the fire. Riz
Yeah.
Lyricist with another $5 super chat. I love you guys really blowing up this super chat. We appreciate it. Make sure you're bringing the same support over to iTunes because we're counting on y'all. We're trying to take number one by Friday. Riz says, I can't believe this will possibly be the last 5-person BTNH album. We need at least 2 more after this one.
Hey man, let's get this one out first, man. I appreciate that, man. But like I say, man, God willing, He brought us this far. All 5 is alive. We all healthy. We all can still move around on stage. You know what I mean? And shit, we got a little fountain of youth, and really, there is no age limit to this music thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna make music like the Rolling Stones, baby. We the Rolling Bones. So yeah, count on it being. Don't never count us out. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like you said, there's no age limit on it now. I remember being a kid and people kind of acting like by the time you hit 30, that was a wrap. They treated it like the NBA. But the thing was, hip hop was so young at that time, we didn't
Right.
get a chance to have, Rolling Stones level hip hop artists. Now we got Bone. Now we got Snoop Dogg. Now we got Dr. Dre. We didn't have that shit back then. So people acted like it was a young man's game. But the vets are out here really showing out.
Yeah, because we seasoned at this shit. You know what I mean? Like just like I got like LL Cool J's and the Big Daddy Kanes and Biz Markie and all the ones that I looked to up to as a kid. You know, I'm 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. Them guys at that time, they was young niggas. They was like 22, 23, 24. So that generation was 10-year gap. So now I'm 50 now, but it's a 9-year old. So now it's hip hop is 50 years old. You hit it on the head when you said it, man. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have old people in hip hop, and they tried to cap it off at an age limit, but that's just not true. That's just not reality. You know what I mean? Like now,
Older people, right? We found out from El Berna in the last interview, we ain't old yet. It's just older,
yeah, we
seasoned.
wiser, man. We wiser. We got better. We got smarter. The shit that we didn't know back then, we know now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the world is in trouble. The hip hop took over the motherfucking world. You
Um,
can't find it. It's not a situation, a business of any kind on this earth that don't incorporate hip hop. So we did our job.
I see. First of all, I saw Blaze in here. Shout out to my brother Blaze, showing a lot of love. He's been very intricate behind the scenes at lazybone99.com. Like I said, he's got the coolest remix over on the Blaze player. So make sure y'all check that out. Wise Beyond with a $5 super chat said, been blasting Thug by Nature a lot lately. Do you know what happened to Baby S on Make My Day? I love that drumming beat.
Hey, you know what, man? I'm I think you can find Baby S on Instagram,
Yeah.
but I haven't personally heard from him, man. But I know he was a great guy. You know what I mean? And I got that plug from Ruthless. Ruthless had plugged us together. You know what I mean? So and we had that opportunity together, man. But yeah, man, I do believe, which I'm pretty sure he out here still thriving and
Oh
doing
yeah.
his thing. Yeah.
Triple M with a super chat of £2 or euros or whatever the fuck they are now. He said, "Tell us the craziest story about you and Wishbone."
Oh man. Man,
Probably not the craziest, right? We probably
yeah, no,
can't tell
nah.
that one.
Well, that's shit 2X rated. That's just, yeah, it's rated R rather. But no, man, I remember I don't know, I think one time we was getting off the tour bus and I said some drunk shit to Wish. We end up outside that motherfucker fighting, and fans was looking at us like, "What the fuck are they doing?" You know what I mean? Like, but they ain't understand that we cousins and we've been wrestling and shit since since little kids. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of them ones we fresh off stage. Some didn't go right on stage, and we out there boxing, and yeah, he got me. He kicked my ass that day, but little man don't give up. So it went on for a little bit too long, and fans was confused like a motherfucker. I forgot where we was, but you know, me and Wish did some things, man. We done ran from the police, man. We done we done did some things, man. That's all I can tell you, cause things, y'all wait till you see the movies or however we do it, if it's a movie or if it's a series or me personally, I want it to be a series because we could tell the teenage stories, the young adult stories, the middle age. It's like so many levels of bond and so many things we've done together, individually, collectively, the whole thing, man. We done did some crazy shit. I don't think there's no rap group crazier than us.
How we doing on time, Lay? We've been about an hour. How much time you got for us?
Well, like I said, I got family here, man. We can go a little bit longer.
All right.
I just want everybody to know that I appreciate y'all, man, just in case it do get a little loud over here. But I just want to know I want whoever uh became I mean whoever signed up for I can't even think they're getting on they're getting to me. But yeah,
Lazy
whoever
Bone
supported
99. Yeah.
yeah, whoever supported me at LazyBone99.com, man, I greatly appreciate that. I need y'all to stream that music on iTunes, man, on Apple, on Spotify. You know what I mean? Just get me out there, man. If y'all love me the way y'all say y'all do, then show that shit, and then I appreciate it, and we gonna have a party about it in the end. So, shit, the happy lady, I turn that motherfucker inside out. They don't call me L Burner Turn Up for nothing, man.
You got a favorite song from Dash? You got one that's kind of standing out above the rest to you? I know it's hard. They probably all like your kids. You love them all, but you got one that kind of stands above the rest?
I mean, my favorite songs be the ones that with the messages, man. I like a lot of people won't gravitate to, but I like Don't Give Up. You know what I mean? I shout out to my brother Edie because he lost his thug brother Noble. You know what I mean? Because he committed suicide, and like songs like that touch my heart. You know what I mean? Building pyramids is one of them. Uh, I mean,
I love that song.
I like the tribute Thankful with Ebony James, you know what I mean, produced by Fetty Banks. I really, really like that song because it's for my city. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many different type of flavors on there. You know what I mean? I like Burner Flow, cause all I'm doing is talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a few standouts on there that I really, really enjoy, man. So I think it's a great product. I think it's a great album. I don't think you had to skip nothing. If you sit back and press play or if you riding, I think you can go from one destination to the other one without skipping on that motherfucker. So, it's going, another one I really like too, the one I wrote for Tiny. What the fuck I call that song? When I wake up in the morning, look over at my wife. What I think of for my life. Uh, yeah, it's a few of them. I can't even think of the title of that motherfucker right now.
Yeah, man. I really I'll say this. We compare, Thug by Nature, and it's like I always make the argument over on the show that, hey, it's unfair to really compare some of these projects. You guys were young men, Thug by Nature, or if it's Eternal, it really doesn't matter. What makes Dash or even the last, bunch of projects so special is we're getting that other side, like we brought up earlier. You there's kids in your life, you're a family man, and it's like you would have never got, that type of song back on Thug by Nature. So the evolution of Lazy Bone, like you said, there's probably not room for a number one assassin album now because you've kind of grown, even though you're always the number one assassin, you've kind of grown from, probably the tools that made the number one assassin who he is to, the evolved Lazy Bone we got now.
I mean, before I bring it to destruction, I'm gonna find a solution. That's just the way that's just the way my mind works. You know what I mean? I'm gonna find a solution. The song that I was thinking about, like, the song it's a family song. It's a song about love. It's called Smile. I wrote that to my girl, you know what I mean? And then another one that I ain't heard nobody talk about, which probably is my favorite, is called Blame. Put the blame on me. Everybody want to point fingers at everybody else. I'm like, fuck it, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I take the blame for it. Let's get past that. You know what I'm saying? So songs like that, that's what I'm feeling. But I do the thug shit because I know they want it, and I'ma always be thug the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like that's just who I am. Although we've always put God first when they had that misconception that Bone was a devil worshiping and all that shit. That's never been the case. We always had God in our life, and all the real fans know that. We made that one song and motherfuckers took it out of context. It's just we made songs about life's experiences, period, man. You know, and I'm gonna mention a couple more songs before I get out of here. Body Any Record is that motherfucking song for
Ooh,
me.
yeah.
With me and my brothers, Studies and Flesh, you know what I mean? Also the whatever with the that song with Corrupt and Flesh and Bone, Thug Pound shit, man, One More Ride, I love that. And of course Dash, you know what I'm saying? Dash is a song. If you really listen to it, it's a song about being somebody throwing their life away, and not in a physical form, but in a spiritual form, looking at their own funeral, looking at the people and
Mm.
how the people react you know, to how you affected people by throwing your life away in a senseless manner type shit. So, Dash man is that line between, let me just put it like this. Dash is that little line between your birthday and your death date. And that dash is the time in between is what you make of your life, the legacy that you leave behind. So that's the whole concept of this album. Like right now, I'm doing my dash. I'm living my dash. Everybody is living their dash, man. You know what I mean? Like we only get one life to live. So that day you was born into the day you die, everything you do in the middle of that is what you gonna leave behind. It's how you will be remembered. And I'm just trying to do my best, you know what I'm saying? And on that note, I probably gotta roll.
We had just a couple more super chats that
I'm
dropped a
with
bunch of
I'm
money. Let's do those ones, then we'll wrap it up because Lay's got a lot going on. You hear the parties slowly move towards Lazy from from the beginning.
yeah,
So
it's gonna
uh
go down.
so we're gonna hit y'all with the quick answers, okay? V Trill says salute Cecil West and the OG Alberta. Lazy, do you remember doing the song with Cash Money Records artist BG on the song Champion? Hit us with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much.
Hey man, that's just I don't know whatever happened to that song. I do remember that song. That motherfucker was hard, man. Called Champion with BG. I don't know if it ever came out, but I still got a mix of that song. I might just throw that shit on the internet. Now I don't want to get sued, but that was a hard ass song I had with BG.
Salazar did a $10 super chat. So my question was above. I can't find it, Salazar. If you drop it again real quick, we'll try to get to it. If not, we owe you one on the next live. Unfeeling Sage says, what's your favorite verse from each Bone Thugs member, including yours? That's a loaded question, but it was a $20 super chat.
Hold
Uh,
on, run that back, man. My
tw-
girl over here messing with me. Say that again.
Unfeeling Sage or Unfeelings Age said, what's your favorite verse from each Bone Thug member, including yours? And they hit us with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much.
Each bone member.
That's a lot. That's a
Man,
loaded
that,
question.
that's
You might have to
that's
think on that.
hard, man. I can the only thing I could really tell you, man, that Crazy, Busy, Wish, Flesh, they're my favorite rappers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas got way too many verses. I sat in way too many studio sessions to even judge which verses, you know. Crazy Bone, let me see. Heated Heavy, he killed that shit. Flesh and Bone. Uh what's that song he had with Reverend Run?
Oh yeah, world so cruel.
I just don't understand how he rapped that fucking fast on World So Cruel. You know what I mean? And smooth as he did it.
Yeah.
That Heaven's Movie, you know what I'm saying? Or the shit, B's verse on Thug Love.
Oh yeah.
Uh
So good.
which wish Wish got so many too, but I always wanted Wish to do a video for Get Your Thug On.
Yeah.
What I mean, so yeah, man, it's just really too many to name when it comes to my bros. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was them Bone Boys got some heat.
Is this Mike on podcast again with a $5 super chat? Thank you so much. They said we need a thankful video. People from Cleveland really appreciated it. The K Chill story with the story of Bone is bar none one of the best.
Hey, tell him I'm definitely doing a video to thankful, and I do have the video coming out with K Chill guys playing. So tell what's his name again?
It's the Is This Mike on podcast.
Okay, is this Mike on podcast? Please believe it, man. It's coming.
Earl Briscoe did a $2 super chat with no question. We appreciate that. Holla back,
Ho- Hold
youngins.
on. Hold on. Pause right there. You said Earl Briscoe?
Yes, sir.
I went to school with Earl Briscoe.
Hey, all right.
I went to FDR with Earl Briscoe, man. Junior high, high school,
That's beautiful.
all that shit. That's St. Clair's finest over there, man. That nigga went to FDR. Earl Briscoe, that nigga had a beard in seventh grade.
uh Hollaback Youngin says, have y'all reached out to NPR for a Bone Thugs and Harmony Tiny Desk or an on the porch performance? That would be dope.
You know what? We have Tiny Desk coming soon. And I'm gonna have to cut this short, man. We're gonna do this
We
again.
gonna we gonna call it. Y'all make sure you get over to iTunes. Let's get Dash to #1. We're gonna do this again. If we didn't get to your question, I see somebody did it. You remind me we owe you on the next one. But let's get the Dash. Hollywood Walk of Fame is coming up.
Yeah, Wednesday, man. Wednesday, July 8th, Hollywood Walk of Fame. We get our star. Dash is out. Please support it. Um, and I wanted to say to the affiliates of on the Dash, on Layzie, bone99.com, to all the affiliates, man, spread that thing out, and I'm gonna share these profits with y'all. I appreciate that too. And that's what it is. Thank y'all, man. Help me get my my YouTube plat too.
Yeah, man.
I need my numbers up. I'm trying to compete out here.
That's
Can't do
right.
it without y'all, man.
Hey, we appreciate y'all very much. Again, if we didn't get to your question, we're going to be doing this a lot. So make sure you tune in again, especially you guys that did a super chat. Remind us on the next one. I'm Cecil West from Beyond the Harmony. This is the #1 assassin, El Berna, Layzie Bone, with the brand new Dash project. You can get it everywhere, including LayzieBone99.com. And we are out of
Yes,
here.
sir. Thank y'all, man.